Good morning. This is TCR Troy Community Radio for TV5's David Denoyer. I'm Clint Myers, 1071 WTJN. Doing a little something different this morning with the leaf collection, and we've got our worker out here, Mayor Beamish.
Oh, hey, Clint.
You're doing a pretty good job there, man.
Well, hi, Clint. Hey, we are here on remote today. We're going to talk about some leaves and collection and some of the things the city is doing and things that you can do and our community do to help. But I got with me today our street foreman, Mr. Jerry Mullins, and I'd like to call him in. I got a question to ask him though. Jerry, thanks for coming today.
You're welcome, man.
Hey, I got to ask you, is this a left-handed rake or a right-handed rake?
Well, as good as you're using it, I'd say it's ambidextrous, and you're more than welcome to come to my house and continue on.
Well, that's good. Now, Jerry, you do this all the time, but did I do okay in getting these leaves picked up?
That's exactly what we're hoping that the citizens will do, Mayor. It's exactly right. We want to leave a space between the curb and the leaf pile to allow the storm water to get down, and obviously you got leaves in there, it's going to wash it into the catch basin. So as much as you can push these out, that will only help once it rains. And most of the citizens do a great job of that. Of course, over time, the wind blows, they'll get back down in there. But I still see people coming out and dressing up their piles all the time, just like the mayor's doing right now.
Hey, this is a right. Look, I switched to right, going the other way. This is an ambidextrous rake.
He's having too much fun.
Do it out about a foot from the curb.
About a foot from the curb, yeah.
And just in a normal parking space area.
Right. Yep. Just like this pile right here. Couldn't ask for a better looking pile of leaves right here.
Mayor, you did a great job at cleaning this yard out.
Well, thank you. And we're going to show a demonstration of our new piece of equipment in a minute. But I want to show you what can happen. Jerry, I'm looking at a lot of branches here. Many times as I drive around, I may see those branches right in here.
Right.
Is that a good thing?
No, that's a bad thing. For years, we've picked up brush and leaves together with hose and dump trucks. We're trying to transition to where we're just using this new leaf suction equipment. Piles of brush like that inside the leaf pile will just delay the process. It can actually damage the equipment. So we ask that your brush is separate. And since you pointed out this pile of brush, we would also like to point out the fact that this is just a pile of limbs and sticks that have been stuck out here. And really, that's not the proper way to place those out.
Okay.
Anytime you do this, you want to tie rope around these sticks. And there's this one reason. That obviously is a small pile of brush. Anyone can pick that up, throw it in a truck. But with loose stuff like this, you can see some of it laying around here. If it does rain, that stuff gets washed away. So if you bundle it up like the other pile we have adjacent to it over there.
Down this way?
Right.
Maybe we can get a look at this. Let's go over here, Jerry.
And you can definitely see the difference.
Oh, I see. I can see.
Piles.
Right in here, if you'll notice, it's all bundled, bundled, and bundled. That would be ease of access. You can pick it up, just like Jerry's done, and it'd be easy to get rid. Now, the reason we do this is for it to be efficient, more efficient. Correct, Jerry?
Correct, yes.
With our own equipment, maintaining our equipment, we want to be efficient, get through the zones and the rounds. How many rounds are we going to have this year,
You'll
Jerry?
have 3 complete rounds. Right now, we're on round 2. We start out the west end of town and work our way to the east end, and then we move across the river. And then once we've done 1 complete round of the city, we'll do it again. Round 2, right now, we're on time. We're over in the Summit, McKeag area. As of now, we've had no equipment failures. The weather's been great and perfect for picking up leaves. So right now, everything's going as scheduled. But like I said, we'll see here in a little bit when we demonstrate this machine. It's imperative now that we separate the brush from the leaves.
Okay, that's important.
That's important.
Especially the leaves. We don't want that inside the leaves.
Correct.
Or we may have a mechanical problem that delays the pickup, and that delays when we get through the zones and the rounds. So if everybody, including myself, realizes that away from the curb, leaves, stick piles, bundled, that can easily pick and go. I'm looking at a sack here, Jerry. Tell me a little bit about what this sack represents.
Our City of Troy yard waste bags, and basically what these are for, if you decide you don't want your leaves piled up on the street, or you have small enough brush that you've cut up, you can place it in these biodegradable bags, and they disappear on your trash day. The trash guys go around and pick up all the trash, and then they'll also come back around after they're done with trash, and they pick up all these tea bags and all the bundled brush. So if your brush looks like this and your tea bag's out, this will disappear on your trash day. Now, if your brush looks like that pile there, you would get a letter from the city explaining that, you have not bundled your brush correctly, you've not placed it out correctly. However, if you'll do that, we'll gladly come back and we'll take it up. It's not no form of punishment or nothing. It's just to remind you that in order to make it efficient and to keep the sticks and the leaves and the limbs from going into the sewers, you definitely want this stuff to be bundled.
You said the key word. You, I know, Jerry, will come back.
Oh, yeah.
And if that is put into a proper bundle, they'll get that as well. And they may even have to come back to do it, but the city does that. And so the city really has provided a recycling service, a trash pickup service, and during this time of the year, we've got leaves, we've got brush, and we've also got clippings. So we have all sorts of ways to help our residents, as I understand it, to keep their yard looking super for the snow in the winter season.
That's correct. Hopefully we get rid of all this stuff off the street before that happens.
And it's keeping the bundles at a manageable size.
Correct. Right.
So if you can pick it up and take it to the curb, the street crews will be able to pick it up and get it onto the truck.
That is correct. That's a good point to point out. You don't just want to put a big pile out there and wrap a bow around it.
Right.
It's got to be something you can manage. So that's a good point to bring up.
We do have this brand new piece of equipment. Before we show it, you want to tell a little bit what this machine is supposed to do and what it has done since we have received it.
Okay, basically, like I said before, we send out a hoe and 3 trucks, and they can usually take somewhere between 40 to 60 yards of leaves a day down to our dye mill facility. With this piece of equipment here, it's operated by one man, and we have Bruce Elias in the tractor today. It's a pull-behind tractor, and he actually will be able to pick up the same amount of leaves in an 8-hour period as that hoe and those
one guy.
One guy.
One guy, Clint.
One guy. You'll see how efficient this is. We're gonna demonstrate on that pile of leaves right there. This was built by a company called Dinkbar. They're out of Galion, Ohio. And what it is, he's in the tractor. He's got a remote control, kind of like a joystick. And he's able to maneuver that hose in and around cars, in and around anything that he would need to have to get around in order to get the leaves up. He doesn't have to get out of the tractor. Stays in the tractor, sucks this pile up, moves on to the next one. And it's just about as efficient as a piece of equipment as you can get. We also have an old sweeper that we were about to have to junk because the parts had gotten to the point where refurbishing it would cost more than the unit was worth. Right? We contacted this company. We're in the process right now. It's in the manufacturing stages. Although I'm being told we're going to get it soon. They have put one of these boxes on the back of that sweeper truck. And now we'll also have a truck that operates the same way. It won't have to be pulled by a tractor. It looks just like a sweeper. It goes down the road and sucks the leaves up, and it'll have the same capacity as this box.
Wow. So we have a good future ahead of us for leaf pickup.
Yeah, I believe we shut it down to a one-man operation, not having all the hose and trucks out, because they're cumbersome for traffic. This thing, it's still a pretty large piece of equipment, but it's not like trying to maneuver through a work zone to get around one piece of equipment you can drive. So it's going to be less problematic for citizens traffic-wise also.
So when all of the citizens are doing it the same way, again, just like the piece of equipment helping the city out, it just increases the efficiency.
Correct.
All right.
Well, Clint, how about we let Jerry and Bruce test this pile of leaves we've raked up.
We'll see
and
what it does.
Let's see what it does. Let's go.
good work of it.
That's pretty good.
Well, we did notice that the one big stick that was in there, it caught on the bottom, and it's going to stop the leaves. If you had several of those, or it hit a pile like that, it's just going to clog up the end of the suction, and it's not going to do you any good. So separating out the sticks, certainly the point is well taken.
Right, and it's essential with this piece of equipment. And I have to point out, that it's going kind of slow for demonstration purposes. Normally that thing, it has variable speeds on it as far as RPMs on how fast we can suck the leaves up to get into a wet pile, as we get into the winter season and it gets wet. That thing, it will suck up leaves at a high RPM, like you saw there, at a low rate of speed. For demonstration purposes, I wanted to go slow so we really get protected by our equipment.
Jerry, I want to thank you. This has been great.
No problem.
Clint, I want to thank you and Dave for coming out on the morning and letting us have a remote to demonstrate the piece of equipment that we now have available. Also gives us a chance to showcase how everybody can help us as we go through these rounds and zones. It certainly made the raking work more, it was easier to watch it being sucked up and so quick and it's gone. It's gone. So on behalf of Troy Community Radio, Public Access, City of Troy, Jerry, and your crew, I want to thank you for allowing us to do this demo today out here. I think it's a great one for all of us to see. It helps us to think of what we can do as a community. Civic pride is citywide. So I appreciate that. And on behalf of this mayor, I'm turning over my rake to Mr. Mullins.
Turning over a new leaf.
Don't be
Thank
surprised.
you all. Thank you.
And don't be surprised if you look out your window and see the mayor raking your leaves. For TV5, David Denoyer, I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN.